But first this noontime, deliberations continue today in a child murder case. The local South County mother accused of killing her daughter is still awaiting her fate.
It's the second day of deliberations. Kimberly Fry is accused of strangling her little girl, 8-year-old Camden Fry, during an argument over the girl's refusal to take a bath. It's our top local story this noontime. Eyewitness News reporter Sean Daly joins us live with the latest now from the mobile newsroom.
A jury of 7 women and 5 men has deliberated for about a total of 3 hours now, an hour yesterday and 2 hours today. For now, here's a summary of the closing arguments that were presented yesterday from the lawyers on both sides. Kimberly Fry's face and body revealed deep emotions throughout 2.5 hours of arguments today about why she killed her own daughter, 8-year-old Camden Fry, 2 years ago. Defense lawyer Sarah Wright went first and spoke to the jury for an hour and 40 minutes. Her essential argument is that Kimberly Fry didn't mean to kill her daughter during a tantrum over taking a bath. Sarah Wright called Camden Fry's death a tragic and unintentional accident. She argued that the prosecution was unable to prove otherwise beyond a reasonable doubt and that Kimberly Fry, quote, never indicated a desire or an attempt to hurt or harm Camden in any way. Sarah Wright argued that Kimberly Fry had successfully sat on Camden once before to stop one of her tantrums, and that she didn't know that, quote, just sitting on her can keep her from getting enough air to stay alive. But the prosecutor, Stephen Regine, painted a dramatically different picture of the killing of Camden. He ran a stopwatch for 5 full minutes while the jury sat in silence and watched the seconds tick by. He said 5 minutes was the midpoint of the time between 4 and 6 minutes that both medical examiners testified was the length of time Kimberly Fry kept pressure on her daughter. Stephen Regine argued the ongoing pressure is, quote, wanton disregard for the probability of death or great bodily harm. The prosecutor said Camden had a right to have a tantrum and that he urged the jurors to have, quote, the courage to stand up to the big words of accidental and tragic and unintentional and say murder, because that's what happened here. Now, the jury has the possibility of having to make 2 decisions in this case. If they find Kimberly Fry guilty of second-degree murder, that's it, 1 decision. But if they find her not guilty of second-degree murder, and I've got the jury form right here, then they have to make a second decision. They have to decide whether she's guilty or not guilty of manslaughter. Live at Superior Court with the South County Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.